My name is Nivid Desai. I serve as a teaching associate at the writing studio at IITGN. And today I want to speak with you about a book that has deeply moved me in the past couple of years. The book is an essay collection by a columnist at the New Yorker. Her name is Gia Tolentino, and the title of the book is Trick Mirror: Reflections on Self-Delusion. Trick Mirror contains 9 essays. Published in 2019, it touches upon subjects that are contemporary, that touch all of us in this generation and the previous one, and it touches upon themes such as the internet culture, feminism, the intersectionality of identity politics, the environment at universities, which tends to be toxic in terms of fraternities and sororities sometimes, the way in which sexual assault is reported, the way in which reality TV shapes up our perception of what the world is like. And it touches upon all of these subjects with a deep sense of responsibility and nuance. Each essay is about 8,000 to 10,000 words long, and they have been developed over time as answers to particular questions uh, pertaining to culture, pertaining to identity, and pertaining to our own place in today's day and age. What I like about Trick Mirror is that Gia Tolentino has a very distinctive and individualistic voice as an essayist. Essay, in particular, is a genre which appeals to me quite significantly. And the way Gia Tolentino approaches the craft of nonfiction, narrative nonfiction, is intimate, moving, and at the same time sharply observational. She speaks about the issues that she faced herself, both with a sense of honesty and integrity, as well as with a detached sensibility of criticism. So, as a writer, she's deeply reflective, and she speaks about the experiences that she's been through on the internet, as a childhood reality TV star, and as somebody who used to practice the use of recreational drugs, and again as a student at the University of Virginia, how she encountered the toxic culture of Greek fraternities and sororities. The way that she deals with each one of these topics is distinctive. Each essay builds on top of the last one, but they also stand alone as pieces of cultural criticism. And I believe that Tolentino's work is pivotal in guiding my own personal perception of what it means to live in an age where we are incentivized to be performative. The internet gives us the space to be the best version of ourselves without letting the chinks in our armors show. And what does that do to my sense of individuality? What does that do to my sense of self and identity? I believe that Tolentino's thoughts and her reflections have significantly shaped the way that I think about the element of performance in day to day life, as well as what it means for us to then be genuine in our self expression. The title is suggestive. Trick mirrors are pieces of amusement that we stand in front of, and we either look too fat or too thin or too distorted as compared to what we are. But how do we do that in our daily lives? What are the things through which we do that in our daily lives? Self delusion is an act on which Gia meditates quite significantly. There are a couple of essays that also deal with personal incidences as well as universal incidences. So Gia's personal is also Gia's political. She speaks about her idea of feminism, her experiences with the internet, and her work as a journalist at the New Yorker, all within the context of national and international politics. As an American, she is aware of the privilege that she holds. And also, as a woman of color, she is aware of uh, the discrimination that she goes through. So, that intersection is what she describes as the obscene power of being an American and the obscene powerlessness of being a woman. Gia's voice shines out as a distinctive element of today's contemporary feminism. And the way that she describes her ideas is quite inspiring to me, both from the perspective of the craft of writing as well as the nuance of her perspective. I recommend Trick Mirror to anyone who wants to get a deep view into how we perceive ourselves as a generation that grew up with the internet, as a generation that cannot separate ourselves from the intentional power play of identities that we perform every single day. And I believe that reading this, we would get a reflective perspective into what we are, why we are, and what we can be in the future. It drives us to become more reflective and more responsive individuals, not just to ourselves, but also to each other. Thank you.